I hope everybody's doing okay today. I can't complain. Sorry about yesterday. It was a short live because I had my cataract doctor's appointment. And I was in an Uber, well, a ride lift, sort of like an Uber. Private car, taxi, whatever, coming home. So, for those that don't know, I came off the road this year because of harassment from a couple bullies that was getting dangerous, and to get my eyes checked out. Come find out I had a torn retina, and so that's what's kept me off the road. I'm here in Arizona getting my retina fixed, hopefully, and the retina doctor that put a rubber band around my eye and filled it with silicone oil is ready to take the silicone oil out of my eye and see if it's going to, stay together and the retina's going to be okay. Well, at the same time, he wants the cataract surgeon to do the cataract. And so that's why I had to go to cataract surgery yesterday. And he's on board. He says everything looks good for that. So first week of January, I'm scheduled to have my retina work done and the cataract work done. And after that heals, probably, sometime in January, end of January, February, this eye has a growth piece of skin's trying to attach to the eyeball or something. I forget what he specifically called it, but he wants to cut and clean and remove that first. And if that improves the vision and everything, fine. And if not, then he'll go ahead and do the cataract in that eye. So that's what I've got going on at the first of the year. Until then, I just get it sent back and let this retina heal. One more month with oil in my eye, you might say. Well, here's the new paint job for those that haven't seen it. Beautiful weather. Look at it. Beautiful. Then we got some clouds back over that way. I did a quick minute video earlier. Where I live, cows come by. That's actually cow patties here. You see the cows yesterday come walking between that trailer and my trailer here. They're free-range cattle out here. And when I come home yesterday from the doctor, that was in the drive. I just pushed it off about an hour ago. A couple hours ago earlier, though, I looked outside the door of the RV, and one of the cows was walking by. So I thought that was so cool to be living where cows walk by. How we doing, my friends? How we doing? No, you know what? Back in the very beginning, I used to get pulled over a lot. If you do a search for who I am, 420JIM, 2014, I had the first cannabis. Oh, this is nothing. This is just the beginning. This is the beginning of the new paint job. Seriously, go type 420JIM under a search, and go to images. I had the original cannabis, then I had the cannabis 2.4, the cannabis 2, which was this one. I gave it to a vet because I was going to retire. He gave it back and got me out of retirement, so it used to be named the cannabis 2.4 when it got its second paint job. Now, getting ready for the last mission to Washington, D.C. New name, new paint job, new everything. And the reason I decided to go ahead and rename it to the Cannebago, in honor of the fact that it is a Winnebago. And this is what I'm talking about, 420jim.com. And you know the cool thing about that, if you do any research on me and whatnot, thank you. You will find out that my legal name is 420 Jim. That's a legal driver's license. Yeah, I got my numbers covered, but that's my legal license, my friends. I don't just walk the walk, I talk the talk. This year, besides letting people tag the RV when I come through your state and city, I'm going to hand out these little miniature Jesus figurines as long as I've got them. Everybody needs a little Jesus, my friends. People that are like, oh, how dare you, marijuana and a cross. Hey, God gave us every herb-bearing seed. This is one of the most virtuous plants on earth that we're not allowed to have. Why do you think we're not allowed to have it? Hemp fuel, hemp paper, hemp clothing, hemp medicine, hemp food would change our world. So do me a favor. Go online, 420JIM. Just look it up. Put .com or just do a search and find the petition. Hit the petition button. Read it. The petition wants all state and federal prisoners in jail for cannabis charges released. Nobody belongs in jail for weed. Nobody. And we want it out of a class 1 narcotic. Because as long as it stays a class 1 narcotic, the only good reason I can think of now that they're not going to tell you, normal, none of them's going to tell you, and it's called gun control. As long as it stays a class 1 narcotic, no medical value, you have federally given up your rights to bear arms and ammunition. Remember a president's son that just went to jail and court on similar things with his cocaine thing? Oh yeah. Anybody that's been in a dispensary and swiped that driver's license or anything, you've been associated with a class 1 narcotic. So, you know, there's that. But I think we're going to start turning things around with different people in different, places of the government, from the president on down, and hopefully they start doing the right things for the country. Release the cannabis prisoners, destroy everybody's record, let our pot prisoners free, declassify cannabis. That's what we want. Or of course, that's what I want. That is what I want. Well, I do most of my stuff on my social media, I most of the time do on Facebook. So if you do by chance do Facebook and would like to look me up and see some of the stories and stuff about me, because I pretty much do lives on my Facebook. Like if a cop pulls me over or this, that, and the other, I normally put all that stuff on Facebook Live. You can actually go on my timeline and go back a good 5 years. Of course, I've been on the road. This would be my 11th year. To find me on Facebook, type in my legal name, FOURTWENTYJIM, and that'll pull up my Facebook account from Black Canyon City, Arizona. Click on that and follow or send me a friend request if you like. You can help out by liking and sharing these videos and leaving a comment. I really appreciate it. I'm going to try and do a 420 every day, just like I do a 7 p.m. one, Mountain Standard Time, that is. These are both Mountain Standard Time. I do a 7 p.m. one on Facebook, and then I just started doing these 420s a couple weeks ago on the YouTube, and we're hoping to build a YouTube channel up. And if we do that, they'll YouTube what is build up the channel. When I go out on the road in March and I get pulled over by the popo and stuff, I'll go live on YouTube. Thank you. Oh, like I say, do a search. Do a search on my name. I held the first cannabis event ever done at Mount Rushmore back in 2014. I pulled permits and did a march on Washington, D.C. in 2015. In 2015, at the 34th Vietnam Veterans Reunion, I was asked to be their voice. I'm not a vet, but I proudly told them I'd be their voice. So there's a few nice stories and great things that has happened in my travels. I love it. The town that I stopped in this one town. Newspaper articles don't last very well. If I had one handy, I was going to show you one. Oh, there you go. I was in a little town. I can't pronounce the name. I don't want to disrespect by pronouncing it wrong, but it's in Ohio. I was in Ohio. A friend of mine had a court case, and I went over his court support and parked outside their court hearing in Salina, Ohio. Before I left, there's a city called Wapakonfta. I don't want to, because I don't want to, destroy the name. Well, anyhow, it's a little bitty town, and I didn't know it when I stopped there, but Neil Armstrong grew up in that town, and it makes it a real popular town. I didn't know that. I was parked there beside just on the side of the road, like I do sometimes, and there was a CVS there, and throughout the day, people stopped by, talked, signed the petition, told me about how Neil Armstrong grew up in town, and I remember a guy asking me if he could take my picture, and I'm like, sure. Now, he didn't ask me any questions like he was a reporter or nothing, but I remember this particular picture, because, I remember this picture. So I decided I had such a good day, I was going to stay one more day. So the next day, I pulled back up where I was parked out by the CVS on the road, and a lady from CVS comes out with a newspaper. And she says, oh, my, you made the front page. Here you go. And I said, well, have you got another one? I'll autograph it for you, I'll pay for it, but if you'd like to have one. So she brought another one out, and I paid for it and autographed it, so she had it. And, of course, I tell people, if I'm in the town still when the newspaper comes out, the people come by with it, I'll autograph it. Well, here's the funny thing about the whole story. They have their front page is two sections, an upper half and a bottom half. That's their front page, a front half and a bottom half. I didn't know none of this. Later on in the day, great story. I love the story. For not interviewing me, he just found things on the internet, and he did a wonderful story on me. Really, one of the best write-ups on me that I've seen. I won't bore you with that. Well, later on that day, a few hours later, a guy come by, an elderly guy, a little older than me. And he said, man, I had to come meet you. And I'm like, what do you mean? He says, there's only been 3 people on our front page. And I'm like, really? And he said, yeah. He said, Neil Armstrong grew up here, you know that? And I'm like, yes, sir, I was told that, I know that. And he said, some damn fool tried to rob our bank one time. And now you. And to me, that was so cool. Because according to him, I'm one of 3 people that's made the front page of that town's. And this is the one. See, that's what this RV looked like just 2 weeks ago before I painted it. That's what she looked like 2 weeks ago before I painted it. You think I've still got a lot of decoration to go, my friend. See, 420 gems have been touring states over the past few years. This was back in August of 2020. So, yeah, there's a lot of history behind me. Yes, there's actually 2 petitions to sign. And the best way to find them right now, because the second one has nothing to do with cannabis. It has to do with elderly abuse. And we need to reform the laws on elderly abuse. You go to 420jim.com. Hang on a second. Well, 420jim.com. There's a button that says sign the petition. That one will take you to the cannabis petition to release all cannabis prisoners. Now, while you're at that petition site, it's called change.org. You can see if I have other petitions, and it should bring up the other one. If you can't find the other one after this post and stuff, I'll try and put it in the comments or something. But eventually, like next week, when I get some time, I will have that one linked to my website. So, I mean, both of them are fairly new petitions. I had to wait until find out who they was going to declare president, because every 4 years, you got to write a new petition. The first petition that I did was for Obama. Wouldn't work, you know. Second petition was for Trump, but he was out of office and now he's back in, so that's not going to work. Each section, you got to do so like every 4 years, you got to petition, because it's a different White House, different Congress, different everything. So I started that one on November 7th, I think. We started that new one. And the one for elder abuse just started the other day. And to let you know that how bad that I have that someone who tries to abuse me, they're even taunting me on that petition. Yeah, they signed it. And they are 100% doing elder abuse. So be careful out there. Be careful out there who you trust, who you know, and everything, because the world's changed. It's gone so demonic now that it's not funny. But me, this year, while I go out and I get people to sign the petition and I talk to them and all, as long as I have them, I'm going to hand out a little Jesus to everybody, because everybody needs a little Jesus. And that's why it says that on the vehicle here. So if you see me out and about after March, headed from Arizona to Washington, D.C., stop me. Let's have a chat. We can talk about the benefits of cannabis and hemp. We can talk about the benefits of being saved. Alrighty, my friends. Well, I hope to catch y'all tomorrow. Or come get me on Facebook, and that's where you can find the other petition, because I share it every day on there. If you go to my profile here, or not my profile, but if you look on my YouTube, you'll find it. After this one uploads, within a couple hours, if you go to comments, I will put it in the link. Or I'll put the link in the comments. I always talk about peace, love, and cannabis for all. One team, one dream, united we stand. And if we try, folks, we can all get along. My 2 dogs, Jack and Lilu, love you. I love you. And Jesus loves you. Hope to catch y'all tomorrow. Peace out.